And what do you want to debate about tonight?
So, are you telling me that, like, I think you may be getting things confused. I may be getting things confused, but you're
Sure.
saying that if, like, I'm an actor and I'm chosen to play a role that's like the bad guy in a movie, that I shouldn't take the role?
No, I'm not saying that. That other dude was saying that.
Oh, okay. But let's say in the movie, I'm let's say a gay guy. Should I not play that? Take that role?
Well, should you not?
Yeah, you're saying it's immoral for me to play a gay guy in a movie?
I would say that. Well, I would have to question your principles.
How so?
So, like, as a man, do you have some things that there's things that you just wouldn't do, and then there's things that you would do, right? So, if we're speaking
Yeah,
about the things
definitely.
that you wouldn't do, there's a limit to the things that you wouldn't do. Are you a straight
Absolutely.
are you a straight heterosexual male?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? All right. So, would you ever have anal sex, gay homosexual sex with a man for any amount of money?
No,
No, you wouldn't.
no.
Okay. So then
I
my
totally
next
agree
question.
with you there. I'm just, yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Sure.
so
Go ahead.
what there's a threshold to things, and some people threshold is smaller or bigger than others, right?
Yeah.
So we have to see what your limit is to doing something that's essentially gay, to question your principle there, right? So then we would have to say, well, would you put on a dress and dress like a woman for 500,000?
If I had a job as an actor in which
Well,
I'm
well, well,
playing a
well,
role of
well, well,
someone
let's just
who puts on a dress,
Just answer the
absolutely.
just
I
answer
have
the
no problem
question
with that.
though.
I have no
Okay,
problem
okay.
with that.
So
Yeah.
the answer to the question is if you are offered $500,000, because that's all that is. It's a job, or even if someone just comes with a briefcase and gives you money.
Yeah.
If you are offered $500,000 to put on a dress, you would put on that dress.
For me to put on a dress, right? Like, let's say right now someone said, put on it, I'll give you 500,000 to put on a dress. Of course I would. Are you crazy?
Yeah, but it's gonna be like recorded for the world to see, is what I'm
Okay,
saying,
I put it on this
and promote
podcast.
it.
I put a dress on, I get $500,000. You would
You would do that.
question whether someone would do that?
You would do that.
Absolutely. You wouldn't?
Okay. Let me ask you another question. No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Let me ask you another
For
question.
$500,000
No, I wouldn't.
cash
Let me ask
paid
you
to
another
you
question.
to put
Are
an
you
article of clothing on?
do you have a woman? Like, are you married or have a girlfriend?
Uh, Technically, I'm putatively married. I'm going through a divorce.
Okay, but like hypothetically, right? Um, you were married, right? With your wife. Let's say hypothetically.
Thought I was.
Well,
Sure.
this is
Yeah,
a
yeah. Say
hypothetical
I'm married.
question.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
let's say you married, right?
Yeah.
And 500,000 was offered to you for another man to have sex with your wife. Would you accept it?
No, of course not.
Okay. All
What
right.
does that have to do with putting on a dress? I don't
Well,
understand.
what we're doing here is testing
Sure, sure.
your threshold of what I would call as being like your moral principles. You get what I'm saying? Like your
Yeah, I think
moral
you were a little confused there.
principles.
I mean, I'll go you one further. If someone gave me $100 to put on a dress, I would do it in a
You
second.
would
I
still
don't
do it.
care.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think it has
Gotcha.
anything to do with
But
homosexuality.
once again, to put it on, but also have it recorded for the world to see, because
Sure,
that's
you can
what it's
take a
about.
picture. Sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. And let me ask you another question. So, if someone offered you money to have sex with your wife, but it's like on camera, like OnlyFans, like start an OnlyFans, and it's like, listen,
Never,
so you'll
never.
never have sex on camera at all
No, never, never.
with
It's
like your
gross.
wife. You say that's
Gross.
gross. So why is that? I want you to explain something to me. Why is having sex? Why do you think like you felt repulsed there? I seen it in your face. Why did you have this repulsion when it came to having sex with your wife on camera, but you didn't have that same repulsion? You didn't feel repulsed when you were asked to put on a dress for the same amount of money.
You think that
No, I'm
the
asking you the
intimate act of
question.
sex is similar to putting on a dress? I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
No, well,
It's an intimate act.
answer my question. I'm just
I
asking you.
think that's what I'm saying. It's a private, intimate act. I wouldn't publicize like a sexual act of any kind. I just think that's like
So
undignified.
putting on a dress, you know that men are attracted to women in dresses, you would say, right?
Yeah. I understand dresses are female clothing.
Dresses are female
Yeah,
garments, right? And
yeah.
men, we would be attracted to those type of clothes that women would wear, right?
On a woman, on a
Or-
guy, I'm 6'8". You think
no,
a dude's gonna be
no,
attracted to me
no,
if I'm wearing a dress? This
that's
is
I mean,
ridiculous.
if someone is homosexual, they'll be attracted to you if you're not wearing a dress or if you are wearing a dress.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. But essentially what I'm saying here is
And I don't have a problem with homosexuals being attracted to me.
I'm not saying that you do have a problem with that, right?
Yeah,
But what I'm what I'm asking you is, let me just get back to the question.
sure, yeah, no problem.
Why don't you have this visceral reaction when it comes to putting on a dress, but you do have this repulsion when it comes to, recording you and your wife have sex? I know that there's a difference, but I
Yeah.
want you to explain to me why aren't you repulsed for putting on a dress? Like you think that that's normal for a man to wear the garments that women wear.
Did I
Obviously,
say I think it's normal for a man to wear a dress?
asking
No.
you explain yourself.
I
Why?
didn't say
What's
I
your
thought it was
reasoning?
normal, but it's like if you give me $50 for me to put on a dress and you take a picture of it, I just think any normal guy would go, yeah, of course, who cares? It's like what kind I guess I would kick it back to you to say, like, why would you care?
Well,
You
why
would
would
think
I
it
care if
makes you
someone
look
else
like
does?
you think it makes you look like you're gay or something?
No, well, my question to you to push it right back on you is why wouldn't you care? Like think about this. Let's just flip it real quick. Let's say this. Let's do this
I
because
mean, here's my daughter's shirt.
obviously we
If I
have
put this on and on this
obviously have
podcast,
we
you give
have
me $100,
a
like cool,
different
I care.
opinion on things, but let's switch it, right? So let's say if hypothetically, right, this is not my true opinion, chat, so don't clip this up and be like, oh, Cooley is for this. But let's just say that I was for having sex with my wife and putting it on camera for the world to see. Let's just
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah. I just met
hypothetically,
someone who's into that.
okay, let's say hypothetically I was for that.
Yeah, yeah.
And but you're not for that. That you wouldn't tolerate that, right? You would then
In my
you would,
life, no.
yeah, but then you would ask me, well, like what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Like,
I kind of
like
would,
why would you, right? So now, like,
especially as a man.
especially as a man, right? So think about that reasoning there, right? Think about that reasoning, like, well, if a man has sex with his woman and it's online for the world to see,
I
well,
get you.
something is wrong there, right?
Yeah.
And essentially, what I'm saying is you can't see that in yourself right now by your answer. You're saying that you would put on a dress for $500,000 or even for $10 for the world to see, and you
Yeah,
don't even you can't even see that something is wrong with that.
yeah, but I think I get what you're saying. Like, if I was like, I live in a neighborhood. If you said to me, put on a dress and like walk around the neighborhood acting like it's normal, I might be like, I don't know, that seems antisocial. But if you're saying to me openly, like, I'm going to give you $100 to put this skirt on, I'd be like, all right, if you're really going to give me $100, what do I care? Why would a man be so insecure about his masculinity that putting on a skirt with like in a context that everyone knows he's getting 100? To me, that's baller. You
Okay,
would
that's
turn
baller.
like,
Okay.
what kind of a man would turn down money to do something that doesn't matter?
That,
You know what I'm saying?
that doesn't matter to you. I see what you're saying. So, yeah, what type of man would turn down materialism, the material world, for his own principles and his own dignity, right? Right?
Principles,
Why would a man do
dignity.
that? Principles, dignity. Well, I thought that you had principles and dignity when it came to you having sex
Absolutely,
with
you
your
should.
woman. I
Yeah,
thought you utilized principles and dignity when it
yeah,
came to the question where I asked you, would you have sex with your wife on camera? You said no. Did you utilize principles and dignity to justify for your
yeah.
reasoning of saying no?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
saying in
So
the
then
case
my
of the putting on
question,
a dress, it's like it's ridiculous. It's nothing to do with dignity or
it
principles.
has nothing to do with dignity or principles. Well, do you
No.
think that as a man, we have dignity and principles? So do you think that a
Yeah, but you can
man
joke around. Like you can.
well, there's things that you can joke with, and there's things that I think that heterosexual men wouldn't joke with. And
Really?
and a heterosexual man has standards. There's standards for a man. So you use the word insecurity. Well, it's not insecure. I think that some men have higher standards than other men, and we're witnessing it here.
I think you might be gay, bro. Honestly, because
Honestly,
like, you're so
I think you may be gay.
insecure about your masculinity.
Honestly, I think you may be gay. Honestly, okay.
I think
Well,
only
let's
a
see.
gay dude would have.
Let's see if you're really gay. Someone's sending $100 for this guy to put on a dress. He'll put on his daughter's dress. Let's see.
Oh, sure.
He'll do it for $100.
Sending us $100. Are you gonna give me $100?
The super chat will sending $100. This dude to put on a dress.
What's a skirt?
Let's see.
Skirt.
Yeah, great. Let's see. And this is the man that said I'm gay. Time out. Look, chat. This is the man that said I'm gay, and he about to put on a dress.
Are you going to give me $100? I'll do it for free. I'll do it for free.
This $100 isn't coming from me. This $100 isn't coming from me.
Yeah, watch. I'll do it right here.
So this man, I want everyone to witness this. He just called. He said that he thinks I'm gay, and now he's putting on a dress.
Yeah.
Oh man!
I don't think you're gay, but I just think you got issues. Here you
Chat, look at this. This is disgusting, man. And you know what? Essentially, I would be promoting this filth. I would be promoting this filth on you putting on a dress right now, and I'm so against some of this stuff. So I'm happy that you went ahead and took it off because I was about to kick you off my stream. I was about to kick you off the stream.
Oopsie, right? You're
about to get kicked off the stream.
You just asked me to do that.
I wanted to see. No, what I did was you said that, hey, man, I think that you're gay. I said, this man is about to put on a dress. He literally just put on a dress but called me gay.
You're so afraid of being seen as gay.
Man.
It seems like you may have issues.
So the thing what I'm trying to establish here with you, Ben, is you have dignities and principles when it comes to certain things, and then there's other things that's in that same realm where you would excuse your dignities and principles for money or just for some clout, because essentially I believe that you went ahead and put on that dress for some clout, right? So obviously you got your name up there and stuff. It's like, well, if I go ahead and put on this dress, obviously I'll get some clout from it. I'll make a clip. No 100. I don't think anyone was supporting that. That.
Didn't they say they were gonna?
Nah, I don't even think the chat was even with it. But so
it didn't come from me. Where'd it come from?
Let me ask you a question. Right? So,
yeah, sure.
Where do you draw the line at when it comes to your masculinity?
I think masculinity is like it's not as like precious of a thing as you think it is. Like guys, I think part of masculinity is not caring about stuff like that. I think I went to a bar with a bunch of like truckers, or whatever you want to say, cops. And I said, each of you gets $500. You can take it home to your wife and kids if you put this on. I think most of them would do it. Take the $500. I think that's more masculine than saying like, oh my God.
Fair enough. And where do you get like your morals from? Where's your morals grounded? Are you religious? Oh, you're Catholic. You're a Catholic man. So you're a Catholic. So you just put on a dress. Do you know that if you're a Catholic in Deuteronomy,
technically? I suppose that makes me gay that I know what it is.
Technically, yeah. So do you know in Deuteronomy 22 verses 5, it says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Yeah, they're talking about.
Okay, listen, for all that do, so it's an abomination unto the Lord thy God. So what you just did, if you're a Catholic man, that was just an abomination to God.
Right. Okay. You don't think that's talking about like men who like dress as women? You think that's a guy who's obviously heterosexual putting it on for 5 seconds? You think that applies? You don't interpret things?
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question then. So let's say if it...
you think God's offended by that?
Let me ask you a question. So let's say if a man wanted to have sex with your wife for 5 seconds, but he gave you $500,000. Would you do it?
Totally different.
Totally different. Okay.
Yeah.
So
No,
therefore,
the answer is no. Yeah. No.
the answer is no on that part, but the answer isn't no on putting on a skirt or a dress for 5 seconds for some clout and attention online.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, if that makes
Apples
sense
and
to
oranges.
you,
Can I give you an example?
it's not apples and oranges, but sure, go ahead. If you want to
Well,
explain
I mean, I
yourself,
don't
tonight is
think you
debate
would
night.
say
Sure.
that wearing a skirt for 5 seconds is the equivalent of having sex with someone's wife. I mean, unless you do. But
No,
I used to,
it's not an equivalent. What I'm measuring here is your principles. So your don'ts, things that you just won't do, right? So I would say this. There's not any type of homosexual behavior that you can ask me to do for any amount of money. There's not anything that I would do it would be nothing I would do would be putting on females' clothes. I would never do anything gay. It's not in my principles. It's not in my standard as a man to ever go outside of that. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm
would you ever
speaking
go to a
about.
gay bar just like with friends?
No.
What about if there's a hot chick, like say you're not married and there's a hot chick, she wants to go to a gay bar, and you
You know
know,
what? So that tends to happen sometimes. That tends to happen. You know, you're speaking to a woman sometimes. You know, back in the day, and the woman is like, "Hey, come out here." But then, you're like, "Oh, what club?" And there's a gay bar.
yeah,
The men that really want that woman, they'll go ahead and go to that gay bar. Like the men that don't have the ability to get other women, they'll go ahead and go to that gay bar because they want to impress that woman. They don't want to lose the opportunity or the chance with that woman. So they'll like,
yeah.
well, it's just a gay bar, but I really want to see Katie. I'll go.
What's a
Guess
gay
what?
bar going to do to a guy?
Listen.
Make him gay?
Let me answer your question. Right.
Sure, yeah. I appreciate you
I've
being,
had
yeah,
that
you being there.
opportunity, right? Where a woman actually asked me that in my younger years. And I said no, I never accepted it because I was a man that always had principles and self-dignity. And not only that, if I did, I've always had options too. But let's say if I didn't have any options, she's not worth going to a gay bar and chilling with her just because I want her to lose my self-dignity. A chick isn't worth that. That's what simps do. That's simp behavior.
So you think you lose your-
Only simps will go to a gay bar to oppress a chick.
But wait, maybe she's saying like, "Are you cool like being around gays? Or are you like super uptight guy?" And
What do you
she's
mean?
shit testing you. Like, isn't it a kind of way? Like, it can be a way a woman is saying to a guy, like, "Are you one of these guys who I have to validate your masculinity constantly because anything that even gets close to being gay, you're going to freak out about? Or are you a real man who's fine with that kind of stuff, who can have gay friends, whatever?" Do you see what I'm saying?
So you're was that a question or was that a statement? What was that?
I'm saying, like, in a certain way, it's more masculine to say, "It doesn't bother me to go to a gay bar."
Okay, well let's test this out. Let's test it out. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is it so you're saying that
Well, I wouldn't normally go to one,
Well, let's test this theory out by asking you a question. Let me just still man your position to make sure I have it right. You're saying that, well, essentially, it's more masculine of a man to do the gay things.
It's not gay to go to a gay bar.
You see how that
With
even
a
sounded
chick, it
gay?
ain't gay. It ain't gay.
Let me still man a position. This is what you're saying. This is what you're saying.
Well, I just want to clarify.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Are you saying this? It's more gay if the masculine man rejects going to the gay club or being around gay people. Which
Yeah,
means
if
that it would be he would be more.
Gives up good pussy.
Oh, let me finish. Let me finish. No.
He's
You're
gay.
putting other things in there. Let me finish. Let me finish my statement here. So then that means that the man would be more masculine if he tolerated and put himself in a position to be around gay people and to go to a gay club. You're saying that would be the masculine man.
Yeah.
Okay.
A masculine man isn't afraid of gays. Who cares? What's a gay? It's just less competition. You know what I'm saying?
Send the asteroids.
Can I give you an example of something like this? When I used to teach in a Catholic school, Catholic boys school.
Oh man.
And the boys would only use so there's like 5 urinals, right? And the boys would only use the first, the third, and the fifth urinal. We had 5 minutes between classes, and I'm a teacher. I got to get to class. And they'd sit there and wait until one of them became available so they had spacing so it didn't seem gay. I just went in there, took my out, and took a piss right between the guys. I don't care. You think that makes me seem gay or the guys waiting in line seem gay?
Okay, so that was your example to your weird claim of saying that a man, and this is funny, and I'm repeating it back so you also hear the lunacy of what you're saying. So once again, this is what you're saying.
Yeah,
It is more masculine if the man puts himself in situations that's in a gay club or around gay people rather than the man rejecting being around gay people and rejecting being in a gay club.
That's exactly right. Yes.
Okay, and how do you reason with this? Please make it make sense, because it doesn't make any sense.
If you're afraid of gays, if it's like the number one thing you don't want to look gay, you probably have issues in that area.
You're making your presupposition, I would say, is inaccurate. I don't believe in homophobia. I don't think that is true. I don't know any human being on a planet that is actually scared of a gay person.
Well, phobia just means anti.
I
you don't think the guy who shot up
think
the
that real quick.
nightclub? You don't think he was homophobic?
I think that people are intolerant. So people have standards, and there's things that they are tolerant of, and there's things that they are not tolerant of, right? So I think that people, masculine men, they are intolerant of certain things. Just like you think about this, right? And this is why I want to keep bringing up the example where you said that, well, I wouldn't have sex with my wife on camera. Like, you're intolerant of that. And guess what?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to shame you for that. I'm not trying to shame you or demonize you and call you insecure. But with your own logic, you would actually be insecure and you would actually be less masculine.
I don't see how.
Think about it. You just said that, well, I think that if a man puts himself in a situation around gay people or in a gay club, he's more masculine. So if you do something, so if you have sex with a man, are you the ultimate masculine man?
No.
Because you did it?
No, but you're saying being in the presence of gay people. What is it that being in the presence of gay people does to you? It seems like you're afraid.
It doesn't do anything.
The logic is that you would be afraid that it would make you gay.
No, it
doesn't make someone gay to be around gay. I could be around gays 24/7. It was my job to work at a gay cruise.
Okay, so listen, let's just use your logic to the logical conclusion. You just said that. Let me repeat it back. If a man puts himself in a situation around gay people and he's tolerant of that, and he also can go to a gay club and he's tolerant of that, he would be more masculine than the man that didn't put himself in that position. Which means that stop it. The next level of the most masculine man is to actually have sex with a man.
Well, you're twisting it a little.
No, I'm not twisting anything.
You are.
That's linear thinking. That would be, well, the next step is to actually have sex with the man.
No, I
go to a gay club. I have gay friends, but I actually have sex with a man. I'm the most masculine man.
You're doing the thing of talking over me, which is less masculine than not doing.
No, I'm not speaking over you. Actually, it's my turn to speaking. You're speaking while I'm speaking, so actually that's less masculine. And also, this is my platform, and you're still speaking while I'm speaking, so that's less masculine. Masculine men, we understand a hierarchy. We understand that, well, this is his platform. He's the authority figure here. So let's just get that straight. But okay. You had a question, I guess you wanted to ask. Go ahead and ask that question, or it was something you were trying to say.
I said the stuff about the urinals.
Okay, that's all you wanted to say.
The example I gave, did you say that was?
Let me ask.
Less masculine, that I should sit there and wait in line?
No,
when it comes, available?
When it comes to the whole urinal thing, I guess that was only your example to map onto the men being intolerant or tolerant around gay people.
That's not gay.
I don't think that the boys or the men that's skipping a urinal to not be right next to a man, I don't think that man is gay or insecure because he won't pee in the urinal. I think that, well, if anything, I would say that it makes sense because a nigga is peeing right there. I wouldn't pee right next to him. I see how that would make sense.
I was made fun of in my class,
Yeah,
and I
you
said, "You
can
guys are a bunch of fuck."
you can make fun, but guess what, Ben?
Ridiculous.
People make fun of you by going to a gay club. Oh, look at
Yeah,
Ben.
you're welcome to make fun of me.
Ben is a 6'8" white man with a beard going to a gay club. Ah, for a chick. What a simp. People will be making fun of you, Ben.
And I'm smiling from ear to ear because I pulled the and you sit there with your in your hands.
But you had
saying,
to go through loops.
Okay.
Think about it, Ben. You had to go through all of these loops and hurdles and different bounds just to get the vagina from the woman by going to a gay club. Meanwhile, Ben, that same woman that made you go to a gay club to hang out with her, she hung out with a nigga like me and ain't have to go to a gay club. She hung out with me, just chilling. Hey, yeah, come on over, Cooley. We don't have to go to a gay club. Let's Netflix and chill. So another man gets to Netflix and chill with the chick, easy access to the vagina, but you had to go to a gay club and you accepted it. You are the definition of a simp.
But I'm pulling the pussy. You ain't, right?
No, the other man. You don't think that woman had one night stands with men?
Kind of gay, dude. Honestly.
You don't think that? Nah, that isn't.
Together?
Yeah, I don't think that is. I think that's actually pimp and player because the man isn't spending his money and his resources on a date and all of that. She actually likes him like that, where it's like, baby, just come over. You get what I'm saying? So you speaking nonsense right now. But anyways, Ben, question for you. So you said that you were divorced. Did your wife divorce you?
No. We're going through it.
You're going through the divorce.
Yeah.
Is one of the reasons did she listen to you? Were you a man that she wanted to submit to and follow your guidance?
Yeah.
She followed your guidance.
She didn't follow, but she wanted to, but I was too much of a man for her.
Oh, you were too much of a man because you was putting on your daughter's dress. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.